Hello, this is Miss Smith, and I'm here today to talk about returning items at the store. Now, I know it's the beginning of the school year, and I imagine that a lot of you have bought some new clothes to wear on the first day of school. But what happens when those clothes don't fit? Imagine you just bought a new shirt at the mall. You get home and try it on when you notice it's way too long and there's even a small hole. Now, what do we do when we have to return something at the store? Have you ever bought a piece of clothing that you had to return? I'd like you to please pause the video here and use one of these two sentence stems to answer this question out loud. In this mini lesson on returning items at the store, we have two learning objectives. I'd like you to read them after I do by pausing the video. Number 1, I can speak using an appropriate register for the situation. And number 2, I can speak clearly using the new vocabulary in order to return an item at a store. First, let's talk about register for our first learning objective. What is register? Well, register is the level of formality you use while speaking to different people in different contexts. Please pause the video here and read the definition for register out loud to yourself. So we can think of register like a sliding scale where at one end we have a formal register. We might use a formal register in professional, academic, or legal settings, like if we were talking to our principal, a person of authority like a police officer, or even a family elder. And we have to remember that formal register has no slang. On the opposite end, we have an informal register, which we might use in a group setting or at a birthday party with our friends, younger siblings, or even our classmates. If we had to return an item of clothing at a store, we'd want to have a semi-formal register because we'd be speaking with someone that we didn't know, and we'd also be in public. We're going to just review some vocabulary quickly for returning clothes. You might need to talk about what it is that you bought, like a shirt or a pair of jeans. You might need to tell the person you're returning them with how you paid, like with cash or a credit card. You will need to tell the cashier what's wrong with the item you bought. You would also need to tell the cashier what it is exactly that you need, like a return or a refund. And then, of course, some other important words like please and thank you. If you're using a formal register, then these are important to be respectful. I invite you to pause the video here and record these words in your vocabulary journals. Let's look at how to build a sentence to make a return. First, we need a greeting. We need to tell the cashier what we bought and what's wrong with what we bought. Then we need to tell the cashier how we paid and what we need, like a return. And then, of course, we need to say please and thank you because we're using a formal register.